Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, Charlotte Motor Speedway, folks, for the T-Rex Grills Truck Series here, live on FMTV2. We're here for the SAIA Southern Slam 150, and I tell you what, hopefully it's not actually ends up being a Southern Slam here tonight. A good event. I'm Joe White up here in the booth. I'll be accompanied by Dustin Phillips as always on Sundays. And I tell you what, it's going to be an exciting race. I tell you none other than the historic Charlotte Motor Speedway here live as we're in practice right now for these awesome trucks. They'll be running around this track, and want to welcome all the viewers out there and all the people around just watching. And definitely it's going to feel, hey, I'm pumped up and ready for this. And under the lights, Charlotte Motor Speedway. I'm getting pumped up for tonight.
It looks like we got the number 81 and Nate LaFleur here at the top of the charts with a 28.902 here early. About 14 minutes left here in practice. Definitely fast time so far here tonight.
Yes, it is. I tell you what, hey Dustin, how you doing tonight? I know you had an extensive drivers meeting down there. I was just talking a little bit about these awesome drivers. I mean, we're here at the historic Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight under the lights. Always brings excitement when we're under the lights here, and had some good racing though in the past, and hopefully tonight none other than bring some really good racing.
Yeah, it will, and we got a few new guys here tonight. We got Trey Hoover in the 90 truck. He's second quickest right now. Definitely pretty fast in that Tundra here tonight. DJ Anderson, he's always pretty quick. Got Bruce Potter, definitely up on the top of the speed charts right now in fourth. Got Donnie Leah in fifth, and newcomer Keith Haney in sixth. So, got a lot of close and fast times here tonight. So it's going to be a battle for that freaky fast pole award here tonight, presented by Jimmy Johns.
Oh, they're doing that again this week. Got the freaky fast Jimmy Johns pole award.
Most definitely. We're that's going to $10 to the fastest qualifier, and those guys are definitely gunning for that top spot here tonight, so they can pick up that 10 extra dollars there.
Oh, absolutely. Good deal. I know last week we had that at Richmond, and heck, Richmond was an exciting race for us then. And, hey, welcome, Chris. I tell you, tonight being Dustin, we're going to be calling this action. And also next week, next Sunday, Dustin, me and you, Daytona 500, FMTV Daytona 500. It's going to be 200 laps at a 2.5-mile monster track there. We're going to be calling all that action, too.
Yes, sir, Joe. I'm really excited about that. I think I appreciate you and all the guys over at Fusion Motorsports TV for giving me the opportunity just to be in the booth with you. Hopefully got from what I hear, a pretty exciting field lining up to be in that one, and it's going to be exciting. It's Daytona, starting off Daytona here 500 in a couple of weeks, and being able to put on the virtual Daytona 500 full event is. Bucky Burt and those boys just appreciate what they're doing, and really looking forward to that next week. Sure.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. I'm with you, Dustin. I appreciate you, coming up here in the booth. I know it's going to be exciting for me. First for me also to call something with that magnitude and that long, and I'm just looking forward to it. And tonight it's going to be none other, it's going to be exciting tonight too. These guys out here, we got 34 drivers out here so far, 35 drivers. And like you just said, these guys are going to be gunning, obviously, for the pole award, the Freaky Fast Jimmy Johns pole award there. But they're also going to be gunning for their win tonight. And it's going to be heating up here soon to see who gets in the chase and who doesn't. Like you said, Nate LaFleur right there on the top spot along with the Trey Hoover. I'm reading it right. Trey Hoover.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then DJ Anderson. Hey, you can't count that man out. Always there. Bruce Potter right there, and then Donnie Leah. There you go. Hey, got it right. Donnie Leah. And right there in the top 5, I tell you what, that is a star-studded top 5. None other than all these drivers, man. Everybody here is really capable enough to bring any one of these trucks to the front, Dustin. I tell you, and it's we've seen it week in, week out. Had a few tough races there, but you know, Richmond last week wasn't really too bad for all in all, as we saw a heck of a fuel mileage run last week.
Yeah, we sure did. The guys definitely put on a good show, and you know, want to congratulate Calvin Allison, his first win of the season. He definitely put the full on everybody, as definitely was able to save that fuel over that long run, and you know, hold off a hard charging Donnie Leah there at the end to pick up the checkered. So no surprise here from me, knowing that he's got a fast truck each and every week. So for him to be able to win a fuel mileage race is not really a surprise to me, but he was able to do it in a great fashion last week for sure.
Well, it was kind of neat how he did it, because he told you he was 10 laps short. We were up here kind of scratching our head like, wait a minute, he's 10 laps short. He's still going. Is a man ever going to run out of fuel? That thing got an endless fuel tank on it or something.
Yeah, for sure, Joe. And I tell you, this week, you know, it could turn into another fuel mileage race. We'll have to see, but you know, thinking about that, you know, I'll definitely think twice again about asking if that guy is running low on fuel or not, because you know, he's definitely smart enough for being one of those guys that are able to do that without giving up his whole hand, and just for him able to do that is pretty awesome, I think.
Oh, absolutely. And I tell you, it was surprising, because we were just up here like shaking our head going, is he ever going to run out of fuel? Or did he just do a heck of a darn poker bluff to everybody in the field and us too? So, but nonetheless, Calvin Allison pulled that thing off, and in a heck of a fashion did what he had to do. But tonight, I tell you what, Dustin, we got some awesome trucks out here. Nice looking paint jobs nonetheless. Charlotte, man, under the lights always brings out, I don't know, something special.
It does, man. You know, me and yourself, I guess both of us being from North Carolina, this is home for us. This is the home of NASCAR and everything that comes with it. A lot of the teams are based right here in Charlotte and Kannapolis and Mooresville and just the surrounding area. So to come back home for me is exciting, and just looking forward to always some exciting close racing here at Charlotte each and every time we come here.
Well, I tell you what, by looking at the speed charts right now, we definitely can look at some close racing. As always, it has been week in and week out, because right now the speed charts show you have to go all the way down to the 19th and 20th position before you get actually a little further than that. Actually, most of this field is within a second of each other, and that's how it's been for the last several weeks. And when you start looking at times that close, Dustin, you start knowing there's going to be nose to tail 2x2 style racing. These guys are definitely going to get it done on the track.
Yeah, Joe, you're right. It's been tight racing all week long, or all year long, and you know, it was tight racing here on Thursday night, and you know, for most of these guys, you know, it's nothing new. We see a lot of the same fast guys up at the top, but you know, I can say about anybody in this field can win this race tonight, and it's all going to be who can be around at the end. I think we say that every week, but you know, sometimes it's survival of the fittest, and you know, you can be fast here on top of the boards like Nate is right now, but Nate's got to be able to guide his truck through these 100 laps and be around at the end to make that count. So hopefully he'll be able to do that along with some of these other guys, and they're able to keep the trucks underneath them and just have a good race.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you what, we're just watching practice, and right now we are seeing these guys, man, running 2x2 and, you know, wheeling it around this just track here tonight. And I tell you, it's definitely going to be awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and try to say it, John Fershen Jr. Did I get it right?
It's John Fershing.
John Fershing.
Yep, John Fershing Jr.
All right. I think finally, after 10 darn weeks or whatever it feels like, I might have actually got it, and I still apologize to that man if I fumble it up, so to speak. And I want to give my hats off to all the drivers here. You know, and any driver in any league, they work with me and whatnot. You know, I try my best to get a lot of that stuff right there, Dustin. And I mean, sometimes, man, my brain just does not want to cooperate.
Yeah, I mean, me and you too. Me and you both could probably say a little bit of that from time to time. So you're definitely not alone in that. But yeah, a lot of these guys got some easy names, and some of them don't. And you know, it takes a little bit of time to get used to it. But like I said, we appreciate what you're doing for us, and you know, being able to put on these races each and every week. Fusion Motorsports TV too, and all you do over there, and just excited that we found each other, I guess.
Oh yeah, well, and it's been exciting, man, Dustin. I tell you what, because the racing has been darn exciting in this league. I mean, the drivers have been excited. I know your job has been a hectic in the last couple weeks or whatnot, but nonetheless, the excitement on the track and you know, the talented drivers out here, man, it's just awesome. I mean, you know, we got like we said, Donnie Leah, you know, DJ Anderson, Calvin Allison, William Long, you know, John himself there, just to name a few. And then I know we missed a lot of them, but that's just a few of the many drivers out here that are just definitely awesome.
Yeah, no doubt, man. This is definitely a great group of guys, not just on the track but off the track, and you know, just a great group, man. You know, we're growing by the day, and so, you know, with that comes growing pains, and so hopefully we'll get a lot of these things, simple things, just straightened out and move forward, and these guys can have a place where they will come for years to come. So hopefully these guys you know, get that big picture that we're looking for, and the ability to take care of their trucks and be around at the end and put on a good race for these fans to come out and watch them each and every week.
Oh, absolutely. And I tell you, a heck of a field tonight, showing about 34 cars. Yep, 34 cars here in this field, or trucks here in this field tonight, under the lights, like we always say, at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And give a shout out to our sponsor here, the SAIA Southern Slam 150 tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway, folks. I tell you, it's going to be a heck of a race, and as always, want to appreciate all the viewers out there. Want to appreciate all the drivers out there, as this. I'm looking forward to this thing getting away, because you know, Charlotte, like I said, always brings out, I think, the best of drivers sometimes.
It absolutely does, and you know, this is going to be. You know, you almost sometimes call this the little baby Daytona. You know, as tight as the racing is, drafting seems to be, you know, a little bit of a key here, but it's also going to be the give and take the guys have between each other. And, yeah, we'll see that tonight. We'll see guys that'll barrel up through this field, and then we'll see guys that take their time and are able to maintain. And, you know, we get a long green flag run, the guys that save their tires are definitely going to have the advantage.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, watching Jack Walls right here, he is in a different paint job. I'm showing him in a black with a yellow flame down the side of it, or blue with a yellow flame down the side.
Yeah,
Excuse
I
me.
think he changed it up a little bit here tonight, and he had that paint on Thursday night. So it's a Hyper Motorsports. It's kind of representing our Thursday Night Thunder league or series that we have here at the USRL, and you know, he's doing pretty well over there on Thursday night. He actually won this race Thursday night. Jack Walls did. An exciting couple of last lap, being able to hold off a couple trucks for an exciting finish. So, you know, he's back here again this week, you know, and gunning for another win. He's already won once here this year. So, you know, different look for him this week, but I'm sure just the same old Jackie's going to make it hard for you.
Nonetheless, you're right. I tell you what, he did by pulling off on that Harry J. Walls Memorial race at Daytona. A heck of a pass on the last lap and last turns. I mean, he shot around those guys on the outside and had help and took that win home. Awesome win for him. Another emotional one right there. We're just watching him right now, and he's doing an awesome drift job right there just for a second. But nonetheless, one of the other awesome drivers out here Very good guy. We talked to him a couple times and had fun. And I know he enjoys being here and, just being here week in and week out. And him and the other drivers. I mean, I just enjoyed it. I mean, the guys here are just really, really competitive. And, that's just like anywhere. But they're really, really competitive. You have a really good group that shows up week in and week out. And I'm just looking forward for an awesome race tonight in Charlotte. It's going to be close. And, don't want to jinx it. But hopefully not too many cautions. But we know probably might be a few here and there. So we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed on that.
Yeah, for sure. As we get practice finishing up here, we're going to start qualifying here in just a minute. We're going to see who's going to pick up that Freaky Fast Pole Award presented by Jimmy Johns here for that $10 prize. And it's going to be our second one of the season. And we're going to finish out the rest of the season with this award. Just glad that those guys came on board and sponsored this for us. And just looking forward to seeing who tonight's pole winner is going to be.
Absolutely. And that's always exciting. Again, want to welcome all the viewers out there tonight. I'm Joe White up here in the booth, accompanied by Dustin Phillips here, like we always are on Sunday night here for the T-Rex Grills Truck Series here, Charlotte Motor Speedway for the SAIA Southern Slam 150. We're under qualifying right here. I'm going to have Dustin let me know when we look to be about another 2 minutes away from qualifying ending, and we'll get our stars and stripes kicked off before we get the green flag flying here under the lights.
Yes, sir. We got about 4 minutes left here in qualifying right now, and yet to have anybody posted time, but be shortly here. We'll get a couple trucks across here, and he was going to be our Freaky Fast Pole Award winner.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you right now, watching Keith Haney right there, looks like in the number, what's it flipping through, number 56 machine, I believe it is.
Yeah, Keith's been around with us for a while. He's rejoined us here this week, and seventh fastest in practice with a 28.950. Right now, he's at a 29.344. That's probably going to be his first lap, so we'll see if he can pick it up on lap 2 and see how far up the board he can go.
Well, right now, Keith is on top right now, is what it just posted on my chart. So let's see if he can hold it up there. Whoa, nope, Calvin Allison jumps up there. So they're swapping that top spot.
Yeah, no surprise there. We know Calvin's quick each and every week. We'll see if he's able to keep it up there on top. It's a pretty good time of a 28.850. So right now, Calvin Allison is your pole sitter early here in qualifying.
Well, I'll tell you what, keep your eye on him tonight, too, because he was the man who snuck out the victory, I'm going to say, last week at Richmond International Speedway, and he's looking to do a back-to-back win here. Dustin, I tell you, you think he can do it?
There's no doubt. He's got Donnie Leah sitting right now in the second spot behind him. He's going to give him a fit for sure tonight. He's talking to Donnie during the week, and he said, surprisingly, with him being a two-time Wheeling Modified Tour champion, that Charlotte was one of his favorite tracks, and kind of excited to see what he'll do here tonight, and definitely going to be fast as he's sitting. Currently, he's second in the points, 6 points back of Trent Potter, so we definitely got to keep an eye on those guys tonight.
Yes, we do. And right now, we're looking at Chris Stump moved into the second spot with Donnie Leah right there behind him. Calvin Allison still holding on to that top spot, looking like he wants to take that Freaky Fast Jimmy Johns Award home with him tonight, and maybe say, hey, look, can they throw me a sandwich along the way so I can have that too? But what are we looking like on time-wise qualifying?
Yeah, we got about 2 minutes and 37 seconds left, so
that's gonna be close to probably about the end of it. I'm gonna say pretty much we're about close to saying Calvin's probably on pole. There might be a couple other drivers that might sneak in there, but I tell you what, we're gonna keep you updated on the action. But we're gonna go and play our stars and bars before the start of this one, folks. And then when we come back, we definitely will run a rundown here and see who took that Freaky Fast award. We will be right back. All right, welcome back, folks. Here, tell you what, we're gridding up here tonight. Let's run down a little bit of the grid here. As we are seeing, Calvin Allison did do it, held it on pole for the Freaky Fast Jimmy John's Award tonight, so he's going to take home that $10. I mean, he's going to be excited right there. Chris Stump in the second spot, Donnie Leah in third, William Long in fourth, Keith Haney right there in fifth, Tommy Haynes in sixth, Nate LaFour in seventh, John Fershen Jr. Did I get that right?
Yep, John Fershen.
All right, good deal. Well, there you go, John. Finally, after 9,000 years, we're good to go. Starting in the 8th spot. Brian Wayne, I think it's Wine. Is it Wayne or Wine?
Wynn.
Okay, Brian Wynn, okay. In 9th spot, haven't really said his last name too often right there. So, but Brian Wynn in the 9th. And Ron Collinsworth rounds out the top 10. Dustin, I'm going to tell you what, we have got a slew of trucks out here tonight under the lights about ready to take this green flag. And it is definitely going to be exciting.
It is, man. I'm looking forward to it. We got Allison up here on the pole and Chris Stump to his outside. You know, these some fast guys here tonight, and you know, it's going to be survival, man. We're going to be able to. It's 100 laps here, and we're going to see who can come out on top.
Yes, it is, and I tell you what, as we're going to about set to get these cars, or these trucks, excuse me, flying around this track here under the lights tonight for the SAIA Southern Slam 150, and hopefully this thing does not turn into a Southern Slam for us tonight, and that these trucks actually, you know, stay stable.
Yeah, for sure, and you know, I want to give a quick shout out to Todd Haynes. He's a SAIA sales rep for SAIA's Freight, and he's the one that put this race on tonight for those guys over at SAIA Freight. So I appreciate them, and I hope we can put on a good show for these guys here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, as we're seeing these massive little trucks right here are going to storm off down into the first turn, Dustin, so to speak, as actually that pace car is about to take that hard left turn. They're going to send it off the green flag, racing for 100 laps under the lights tonight. Folks, look at this. I tell you what, these trucks, man, are 2x2. What a heck of a field here to start it off tonight under the lights.
Yeah, no doubt. As I see Calvin lead them into turn one here with Donnie Leah trying to be right tucked up on the back bumper. We're going to have to see these guys. The top groove might come in later, but it's definitely not the place to be, that's for sure.
Not right now. It will come in a little bit, like you just said, a little bit later, as these trucks, man, are 2x2 and they are fighting. This is what we expect to see. These guys out here, nose to tail in it around this awesome little track under the lights. And man, I tell you what, right there, the 35 almost got door slammed down there in the inside as the 81, 35 are side by side. And that would actually be Chris Stump and Nate LaFour right there are 2x2.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, Calvin Allison's liking what he sees behind him. As these guys are definitely fighting hard for this second spot here early, is just allowing him just to check out. And right now, Donnie Lee is trying to separate himself from the rest of that crew, but from third on back, the guys are that nose to tail and too wide.
Yes, they are, and I tell you what, they are putting on a show, and that's what we expected, because we looked at the lap times, Dustin, and like we said, all the way back to like the 20th some position, we saw those guys within a second of each other, and normally when we see those times, we know that's what it is. They won't get fanned out here for probably another 5 or 6 laps or so. So this is what we're going to see is these guys right now, the front runners are starting to get nose to tail, but right there behind them where Chris Stump is sitting in 6th and all, they're still 2x2 stacked up back there.
Yeah, for sure. Right now these guys are putting on a heck of a show. As we'll see them start to string out here a little bit as, you know, we're working lap 5. Definitely want to give a shout out to looks like the 56 of Keith Haney, as he's first race with us out of that Haney Boys racing shop, and he's sitting third right now. Put it up in the 5th spot there earlier. and he's able to just keep the 7 of Donnie Lee in his sights at the moment.
Yes, he is right now. The number 56 machine, like you was talking about, Keith Haney right there. He has started 5th, currently 3rd, and he is actually pulling up on the back bumper there, Donnie Leah, and it looks like he might be trying to battle for him for 2nd spot, and said, hey, I want to run down the leader one way or another. But definitely, hey, good job on that young man there to bring it up here. Like you said, newcomer here to the sport.
Yeah, and we got Trey Hubler. He's another new one here tonight. He started in the looks like the 11th spot. He's made his way up to the 6th spot. He's definitely got a fast truck here tonight, as he looks like he's working on the back bumper of Brian Wynn. So we'll see if he can make that pass here.
Yeah, right now it is Chris Stump and him right now are in a heck of a duel. Trey Hoover is what you was talking to right there. He's up in the 7th spot right there. And then John Fershin Jr. right there behind him in the 8th spot. William Long in 9th. Tommy Haynes sitting in the top 10. So you've got some heavy hitters already, Dustin, in this top 10 here.
Yeah, for sure. There's a bunch of heavy hitters here. And, right now, guys are trying to, they're battling for position, but they're also, they want to settle into this run and just take care of their stuff. And, we're going to see how much tires fall off here tonight, because hopefully, as the way we're seeing so far, we're going to have some long green flag runs.
Well, and that's true, because they are fanned out a little bit here, nose to tail. Got a couple of them up front here. It's 2x2. It's actually we're talking about Nate LaFleur right there. He's taking over, looks like the 3rd spot away from Keith as he went. Well, I say that, but then Keith fires back on the outside. I think that outside lane might be coming into play, as looks like Nate. Well, I thought he might have the pass, but man, I was wrong again.
Yeah, for sure. Keith's not letting him have it easy in the top right now. A little early, you wouldn't think it'd come in as quick, but he's making it work there on the top with the 81. He's definitely not giving it up to him easy, for sure.
No, and I'll tell you what we saw here, did a race the other day here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and the one thing that we know about this track is eventually you have to back up that turn number 3 and let it coast going into that turn and get onto the gas at the right time. If you do not, that truck or car, either one, will push dramatically coming out of 4. I'm going to tell you, that wall will jump up there and bite you in a hurry.
It sure will, and these trucks tend to be a lot of aero tight, especially tucked in behind. So a lot of these guys are back in traffic, are going to stay tight. But at the end, the guys on the bottom are going to have to stay off the guys on the top, and the guys on the top are trying to get that run on the top and let that groove come in. So you're going to see battles side by side, it looks like, all night. But as we look up front, Calvin Allison and Donnie Lee are starting to put on almost what we saw at Richmond last week, as they've pulled out to a quite sizable lead over this 3rd and 4th place drivers of Nate LaFleur and Keith Haney.
Yeah, it is, and I think finally, man, Keith cleared Nate, as those two were door to door for several laps there, and now they finally have singled out. I think they saw what you just saw right there was, hey, wait a minute, it's going to become the Calvin and Donnie show again like it was last week, and so far that's what it's been. Donnie Leah there definitely is the man's going, wait a minute. I had my race last week, probably in the back of his mind, kind of took it away from me by the man in front with an awesome fuel strategy. But he's going to be like, tonight, hopefully, he's going to cross his fingers. He gets all that fuel strategy right. Everything stays green as we're on lap 13 right now. And he bounces back because he is running down Calvin Allison right now.
Yeah, it's just as we're speaking, we got a truck up into the outside wall. It looks like the 2 machine of Josh Buckley, as he's it's tough.
Okay,
it's definitely going to cause some damage there to the 2.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to rewind it back here and let's give the viewers a little look here. The number 2 of Joshua Buckley right there. Unfortunate for him. Slamming the outside wall, like you're saying, we're riding along with him. Great. I got him in the number 2 Miller machine.
Yeah, it looks like he got into 1 there and just got hung on the outside wall. And it's like the 4 and the 29 not really involved, cause a caution out as the 87 scoots by, and 99 gets some damage as well.
Yeah, the 04. Nowhere to go, and the other
keeps it rolling though, no caution.
Yeah, they did. Good job, driving job by those gentlemen there. That 04, I tell you what, could have been disastrous on his end. But you're right. Looks like the two just had to check up just a little bit. Got a little loose. Scraped it, and that's what I just talked about a minute ago. As we got a pass for the lead up front, Donnie Leah said, hey, I'm gone tonight. I'm going to try to lead as many as I can over Calvin Allison. But like what we said a minute ago, Dustin, that wall, it sneaks out there, and it just bites you. And that's what it looked like it did to the number 2 machine.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate. Josh, he loves this place, and, that's easy to do. These guys swing out wide, getting into one. They want to get that run off into turn 1, and looked like he just got hung up there on the wall and slowed up. Did a good job of staying out of the groove, and, guys going 2 or 3 wide, run out of racing room, and they did a pretty good job trying to avoid him. Just all couldn't do it, run out of room.
Well, absolutely. And right back here, got Mike Abbott right here in the number 82 machine as he makes a pass on the outside. He currently started 19th up to 11th already, so he's on the move to try to get in that top 10. Right behind him, got Jamie Christensen right there in the 88 machine. He started 12th, sitting in 12th. They look like they're teammates. Almost got the identical same paint job.
Who are we talking about?
Jamie Christensen and Mike Abbott.
Yep, they are teammates. That's part of the JCR Racing stable.
Okay.
And, they've just got some new sponsors come on, and got some similar trucks there. Also, the 17 of Tommy Haynes is a part of that group as well.
Okay, well, I was just noticing because I said, man, those trucks look identical twins out there. Only thing pretty much separating them is the number. 82 and an 88 is right now. Well, one's in a Toyota, and I'm sure one's in a Chevy, but none other is their paint jobs are pretty much identical. As right now, them two, being teammates, are battling each other, but they've got the number 1 machine right there behind them, of Stephen Page, looking all over their deck lid.
And right now we'll take a look at Stephen Page's. He's definitely in a battle there with the 54 and the 88, 82, 12. They're all involved there. There's a nice little pack. Racing's definitely heating up here in the middle of this run. Tires are starting to fall off. These trucks are starting to either. Some of them might be freeing up. Some of them might just be getting a little tighter, and guys are searching for places to pick up some grip. So, this is where it becomes kind of sketchy, and these guys definitely got to take care of their stuff and be aware at all times.
Well, absolutely. Riding along here with DJ Anderson, as always. That man knows how to bring a truck to the front. And currently he started 24th and looking like there to try to take the number 13th spot as he dives onto the inside there, Stephen Page, and looks like he will at the moment as he is side by side with him, and looks like he cleared him.
Yeah, for sure. His 54 is on the move. His 47 slowed there on top of Speedway, was letting all the drivers go, and 54 was definitely on the move and picked up 2 spots there.
Yeah, he did. Well, looks like the Ron on the outside there in the number 47 machine, he actually looks like he had to check up just a little bit, and it caused the truck behind him there to check up, and unfortunately, which DJ Anderson was the recipient of that one, as he is actually on the move here, Dustin. He's looking like he's about to jump into the top 10 here and take over Mike Abbott's spot.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely on the move. As they come down to the start-finish line, he'll make that pass on the 82, and he's bringing the 1 along with him with Stephen Page in that fast loop Hyper Motorsports Toyota Tundra. Yeah, he is. We got some heck of an action going on back here in the back right here where we're talking. I mean, not much going on up front right there as they are nose to tail up there, but the action back here is hot and heavy, fighting it out as they are side by side. Definitely, like you said, tires are wearing down a little bit. This is where you're going to have to start, lifting going into the turn. The truck's going to actually start pushing coming off the turn. You got to be a little patient, coming around the driver. So now's where we're going to see these guys who know how to really tire management these things, as we're on lap 23 of 100 and have been, non-stop green so far. Yeah, for sure. And we just Butch Frazier had to save it there just a minute ago. It was a great save by him. Like I said, good truck control, and we'll see if he can rebound from this. Like I said, we're working over lap 24 right now, and a lot of these guys are still in position. Some saving, some just trucks are falling off quicker than others. So we'll see if they're able to stay on this lead lap, as these leaders definitely putting on a really fast pace here tonight. Well, I tell you, and if it keeps up like this might be our quickest race yet. Dustin, want to knock on wood. I mean, it's not over with yet, but these guys definitely are showing. Oh, and the number 1, he hit the apron there. Almost lost that thing.
Very, very, very good save on his end, though. That's another thing we got to watch out for there. You tap that apron, that truck can very much take a darn skid on you, and you have to be very careful. Sounds like Dustin might be talking to one of the drivers out there right now. Want to welcome all the viewers out there. Let me know how the stream looks, how the broadcast is looking to y'all, how me and Dustin sound. And we're just calling this awesome action under the lights out here. And I tell you what, they are setting on a record pace here tonight for the T-Rex Grills Truck Series. And it's, as always, a pleasure, man, to work here in the booth with Dustin every week and weekend. And I tell you, these guys right now are putting on a heck of a show.
They sure are. Right now we're working over, what is it, lap 25?
26 right now, yeah.
Yep. This race is going by pretty quick. So I tell you what, these guys have done a great job. Had a little bit of guys having some issues, but I tell you what, they've been able to save their trucks, keep them underneath them, and keep this thing green. So right now, this race is just turning out exactly how we wanted it so far.
Yeah, absolutely. It's giving us time to kind of run through the field here like I like to do, kind of give these other drivers in the back a lot of exposure here. I hadn't been able to do that in a while. Apologize to them. But, you know, when you're running a lot of cautions and stuff, you stay towards the front and the middle and what. But now I'm able to get back here in the 16th to 20th and all that. I want to welcome Michelle out there in the chat. How you doing? Appreciate it. Saying looking good, sounding good on y'all's end. As always, we try to do our best. Just like technology, you got to love it. Sometimes technical things happen and whatnot. But as always, I appreciate the leagues and the viewers and the drivers and all working with me and just kind of staying. And me and Dustin's up here having us a time calling this action under the lights in Charlotte.
Yeah, for sure, Joe. Man, we're looking up front. You know, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of things going on, but we've got to mention this Trey Hobler. This is his first race with us here tonight. He's started 11th and worked his way to the third spot, and he's no slouches. He's caught these leaders, and he's just sitting there riding. Looks like he's gonna see if he can take his chance to get up here and lead a couple laps.
Well, I think at this point now, Dustin, it's a matter of the drivers are probably just feeling out the truck. We're at lap 29 and almost hit to click on lap 30. We're going to start seeing green flag stops here shortly. As like I say, I'm still running through the field here, just trying to give everybody back here. Dan Collinsworth back here currently in 19th and Butch Frazier back here in 20th. But nonetheless, we're going to start seeing green flag runs here pretty soon. I mean, 30 laps. I think we can probably go, about 35, maybe 38?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I hate to say when fuel stops will be. Depends on how long we go here. These guys run 100% fuel, so
okay.
You know, it isn't a shorter tank or smaller tank for these guys, so it is a full tank, and that's something we're going to talk about here in the off season. But definitely, guys are going to have to start thinking about what's going to happen as we see a change for the lead here.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what, Nate LaFleur taking over the lead up there, and I think that's what we're talking about. Already seeing green flag stops. We just said it. Lap 31, it looks like that's what the leaders are going, to green flag. So I'm going to just keep flipping through the field back here in the back since they're going in. Corey Wharton, there's a man I know well. A couple leagues I run with him. Fortunately, not having the night he'd like. He's back in 24th, but nonetheless started 30th, running around at 99. Brian Wynn. That's what we was talking about earlier. Now, he started 9th and has fell way, way back here in the 25th. Don't know if that's by design or if he's got into trouble or what's happened.
Yeah, Brian got into some trouble there on the front stretch earlier in the race. He got into the wall and was able to keep it up out of the racing groove and not hold anybody up or bring the caution out. So he's got a little bit of damage on that 00 machine, and hopefully he can limp it around here and get that truck to the service of his pit crew and see if they can get it fixed up and get him to stay on the lead lap here.
Well, absolutely. And I tell you, like I say, it's always good to be able to flip through the field here and give all these guys, man, the recognition they deserve, because they come in week and week out. They're all hard chargers. They all come out here and dedicate themselves to running. And I like going through here, just some of the nice paint jobs that these guys make too, Dustin. And I know you help out on some of that also.
Yeah, Dustin Phillips Design does a lot of the paints out here tonight that you see, but a lot of these other guys have a pretty good job at doing their stuff too. So, just biggest thing is these guys have some good-looking trucks out here for the viewers, and they definitely enjoy that. And first and foremost, we want it to be a fun, exciting league for these guys to be a part of. But when they can have a contingency plan or contingency sponsors and all that to go along with it, it just makes that more realistic for these guys.
Absolutely. And tell you what, Calvin Allison back out front there after, like I say, we're probably going through some green flag stops. Trey Hoover right there you was talking about, he's in second position, moved it up there, but neither one of those guys have taken their pit stops now. I gotta say it again, Dustin. Calvin Allison, Calvin, he's out there, he's not taking his green flag stop. It's lap 36. Donnie Leah, I believe, let me go ahead and double check for you before I say anything. Well, he's not taking his either. I thought he might have. So these guys are stretching it. Do you think maybe in the back of Donnie's mind he's going, I'm going to follow that 28 machine everywhere he goes tonight?
Yeah, for sure. That 90's pulled up on the back bumper of the 28, and as we, we're looking at this battle heating up as Nate's trying to reel in these guys as these tires fall off. And like I said, none of these guys have made their pit stops yet, so wondering how long they can go. Well,
you said you got fuel. Y'all run full fuel here, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, full fuel. I'm going to say now their tires will probably jump off before that fuel does. So right now these guys have got to be feeling the tires. I mean, they definitely. Those trucks can't be the best in the world to drive at this moment. But full fuel, I'm going to say they can go well into the 40s, maybe 50 laps here.
Yeah, you're right. We'll have to see how far these guys can go, as we had some trouble there on the front stretch between the 26 and 48 about 3 laps ago. We were trying to take a look at, and definitely guys coming together on the front stretch was able to keep it going. But
well, that's the name of it tonight. I tell you, it has been an excellent race, and I tell you what, we're on pace for a record fast race for the T-Rex Grills Truck Series, something we haven't really talked about or said about. These guys are putting on a show tonight of skill, nonetheless, of, hey, look, patience, skill, hard racing. Now, obviously, we're not down to the last 10 laps, so we know that's where all the patience get thrown out the window. But nonetheless, if it keeps up the way it's going here, Dustin, though, by the time we get to the 10-lap mark, if there is no cautions in that area, this field could be spread out very, very a lot. And so we might not see, a hard, we could see a fuel strategy again.
Yes, we just hear them come over the radio. The 17's coming to pit road this time. So, the start of this green flag pit stops are gonna begin. We're gonna see some guys stretch. We're gonna see some guys come. So as soon as one guy comes, it's like follow the leader. So
absolutely. Well, I did say in the 40s, and it's lap 41 right now. So I'm gonna say in the next lap or so, they're all gonna just start storming down on pit road here as we're watching John Fersham Jr. And I hope I said that right again, second time in a row. If I did, I'm going to pat myself on the back, trying to get that one right there for him. It's just, it's so, I'm so grateful that these guys, these gentlemen out here, week in and week out, work with me on their names and work with me everything that goes on the track. I really, really appreciate that. And the viewers for, putting up with the technical problems, and obviously y'all in the league also. And it's just fun to come out here and be able to do this. And like I say, hey, definitely next Sunday, me and Dustin going to be up in the booth for a full Daytona 500 run, 200 laps, folks. FMTV Daytona 500, live here on FMTV2. Me and Dustin Phillips going to be calling that action, and that's going to be a heck of a race.
Yeah, for sure. Then you got Bucky Burton and them guys over there. Going to be an awesome race. I heard we got some pretty talented guys. It's going to be a first for me calling a 500-mile race. I've been in one before, but not ever to call one. So, Joe, me and you are also going to have to eat our Wheaties as well, and hopefully we can have the endurance to keep it going all race long.
Well, I done told him, I said, look, I'm going to have to work out some way, somehow. I'm going to have to take a small break or something, use a restroom or something, and get a drink. I said, that's a lot of race. I have called the longest race I've called was 2 hours and 40 minutes. But I'm looking at this one at 200 laps, probably going to stretch it to the close point of almost 4 hours.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be an exciting race. It's gonna be you're gonna see a lot of changing for position. You're gonna see a lot of strategy. You're gonna see a lot of guys work together. A lot of guys being without friends. So it's definitely gonna take a toll on you, and it's definitely gonna be a fun one to call. I mean, Daytona, sometimes people say it can be a boring race throughout the middle, but I tell you what, there's probably going to be excitement all the way through that one next week for sure.
Well, you know, you got those Cup cars, and those cars, man, are a heck of a dream to watch. And it's just like what we're watching here tonight on these truck machines. They are throwing on a heck of a show, nonetheless, even though it has been, knock on wood, how you go, knock on wood, it has been caution-free so far. I don't want to jinx it, but that has not stopped these guys from putting on a heck of a clinic tonight as we're watching William Long moving that truck to the front. Now, he might be a master
on the speedway.
Oh, man. Who we got?
That's going to be a good advantage for the 90 and 81, 28, a couple of these trucks that have not pitted yet. Definitely going to be exciting to see strategy being able to stop. Looks like the 75's involved.
75, okay. Well,
and the 28 of Calvin Allison under caution knocks, gets into the 75. We're going to have to, what happened there?
I don't know. We're going to rewind it back here and kind of see if we can't get an idea of what happened. And, whoops. 75 blinked out right there for a second. Don't know why. See what happened under caution here. You were talking about Donnie Leah. Oh, man. That's Calvin Allison. He just clobbered him.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely happened before that. That was after the caution come out.
Yeah.
We'll have to take a look and see what that caution was brought out.
Well, the gentleman, the number 75, spun. Looks like he hit the wall, but then from what I saw looks like Calvin Allison just didn't see him stopped and hit him. I mean, just flipped it upside down on the track from what I was showing on the replay there, Dustin.
Yes, I'm just taking a look back at it now. At the 77 to 75 came together in the middle of the corner, and he was up on the top, and 75 just sitting up there, and that's really know how to call that one. He was staying up waiting for the traffic to come by to get down, and unfortunate there for the 28 not seeing the 75 up there.
Yeah, it was, man. I tell you what. Well, the good thing is you do have one fast fix now. I noticed y'all are putting in a vote to take that fast fix out. Did y'all pass that this week? Is that something you're looking at for next season or in the future races? I think Dustin is talking to some of the drivers right now. Hey, what's going on, Rick? How you doing out there tonight, man? Calling this awesome action run to the first caution of tonight here under the light, Charlotte Motor Speedway. We went 49 laps, almost 48 laps, caution free. So if we get another long green flag run, we're still on pace to have one of the quickest runs in the T-Rex Grill's history. Well, I won't say history, but at least for this season. These guys are setting a blistering pace.
They definitely are.
No doubt. I tell you, Dustin, I was asking that, did y'all pass the vote of the fast fix? I know y'all were voting on it. Or is that something you're looking at for the future races or for another season or something like that?
Well, that's still in discussion, but as of right now, the majority is definitely leading here with going to zero quick repair. You know, you got to think of it like this, Joe. The real guys, they don't get a reset. So here at T-Rex Grills, we figure we give them one, you know, in case you get caught up in something. But you know, here we're thinking, you know, the best route, and even the drivers have also concurred with us that you know, best thing to do is probably go to a zero quick repair. I do that in a couple other leagues I race in. So it's definitely something that, you know, puts it in the driver's hands. He's got to take care of that truck all night long, and he can't just go out there and be like, well, I got a quick repair. Let me make this move to see if I can get around this guy. He's definitely got to take care of his stuff and be more smart. So hopefully we'll see that improve the racing a little bit. As tonight, guys have done an excellent job. So we'll see if that will improve it going forward.
Outstanding, and I tell you what, you're right. Actually, I have called a couple races that actually don't have that quick repair like you just said, and nonetheless, right here as we're about to get the set to go back to green flag racing, as we are stepped up here, these guys are lined up side by side, getting ready to go. As the lights are off on the pace car here, going to send these awesome trucks back around this historic Charlotte Motor Speedway here. Pace car, as I like to say, going to take the hard left turn off into pit road and send them off for flying here. As you said, Trey Hoover right there gets shot out there in the number 90 machine. He gets a start. And man, looks like the 81 and Nate did not get the start he wanted for some reason.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely caught the 81 sleeping, and that was able to get a big, huge lead for the 90 machine of Trey Hoover. So we'll see if Keith Haney can chase him down. It's definitely stacked the field up behind him, though.
Yeah, it did. And these guys, man, are wheeling them right now to try to get them. They're all on fresh tires again. They all feel like, man, hey, I can muscle these cars. Right now we're looking back here with John Fershon Jr. He's alongside there with DJ Anderson. He's got Donnie Leah right there with him. The number 15. Number 15 in the front. He's got number 22, William Long, right there. So some good group of guys right there as they fan out, nose to tail. They were 2x2 for a while.
Yeah, you know, we haven't talked much about Trent Potter tonight, but he's 9 laps down, sitting back in the 31st spot. He had some trouble early, so definitely going to keep an eye on that. So it could be a big night here for Donnie Leah and John Fershon Jr. to sit second, third in the points.
Yes, it is. Trent Potter, obviously, you know, we really haven't talked much about him. And like you said, it's unfortunately having some issues tonight. As we're seeing, it's a heck of a racing again here up front. As Donnie Leah's got his hands full right now with the number 29 there of, who was that? I can't read my thing. Okay, Merrick Watchhorn. Well, he didn't really mention nothing about him, but look at him storming to the front in that number 29 machine.
Yeah, he started in 22nd spot. Has made his way up to 8th at the moment. Right there on the back bumper of Donnie Leah. As it was, he's made the pass on Donnie Leah. He's going to start working over the 81 of Nate LaFleur.
Yes, he is. I'll tell you what, he is actually somebody that's just said, hey, look, I'm coming to the front. Got me some four fresh good years right there, and I'm bringing this truck to the front. Like I said, it started 22nd and 9th, and he is pulling up right on the back deck lid of the number 81 of Nate. He is on a move.
Yeah, he is, and he's definitely going to start working over that 81 and try to get here up into the to the top 6. But as we look up front, Keith Haney's made that pass on the 90 of Trey Hubler, and he's going to start trying to inch his way away from these guys and definitely say, hey, guys, I'm here to play.
No doubt, and I tell you what, like I said, we're watching this battle here for the 6th spot as Merrick right there in his machine, the 29th, he is all over the back end of the 81 of Nate as these two gentlemen are trying to battle it out. I think we're going to see a battle here soon between those two. I don't know, that's, wow. I tell you, my hat's off to the 29.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, we talked a little bit about DJ, and he's always finds his way to the front. He started in 24th spot here tonight, and he's in the top 3 all over that rear deck lid of Trey with John Fershon pressuring him back behind him. These guys are definitely probably in ride mode here, but definitely putting on a great show up front.
Yes, they are. You might be right. Well, from what we see, it looks like ride mode. To them, they're probably going, you let me find a way to get around that truck in front of me. I'm going to put it there one way or another. Because you're right. DJ Anderson all over the back deck lid there. That would be actually Trey Hoover, that the newcomer, like you said, tonight. But he's doing an outstanding job of that 90 machine.
Yeah, he is, and we knew coming in that Trey had some talent behind the wheel, and he's a good addition to this league and definitely putting on a great show here early for us. And started back in that 11th spot, and he's definitely been up front pretty much since the green flag. He started working his way up front, and definitely sitting in a good spot now, trying to hold off that fast 54. And while he's doing that, this 56 is starting to stretch that lead just little by little.
Yes, he is. Keith is saying, hey, boys, y'all back there battle it out all day long. And I tell you what, we're watching here from the nose and the rear. John Fershing Jr. right there and his machine, number 15, all over the back end of that NOS going to say, hey, can I get a little bit of NOS here, and I'll turn the switch on, and I'll take it to the front, the hard, the easy way. And he started in 8th and has pulled it up to 4th.
Yeah, John Fershing, he's definitely in a good position here tonight. Sitting currently 13 points behind Trent Potter. He's definitely, the way we sit it right now, is in a good position to gain a bunch of points, and it looks like possibly going to have a new points leader here tonight after this race.
Well, I tell you what, since we're under a little green flag right here, I love doing this right here anytime I can at some of these tracks. And this is for the viewers out here. I call this FMTV2 Speed Cams. Dustin, we're going to let them see and feel what these guys are feeling on the track and watch these awesome shots going around here. Let's turn this thing up just a little bit for them.
Tell you what, as we're doing that, we're seeing the 90s start to creep back on that 56. He's definitely tightened that gap to the lead. We knew over that last long green flag run, the 90 definitely had some good speed. So we'll see if he's able to get up and challenge that 56 here as these laps start to click off.
Yeah, it is. And I'll tell you what, Dustin, I love those shots right there because it gives us an idea of just the power, the speed that these guys are putting down on this asphalt out here. And it's just exciting to watch. And if it don't get your blood boiling and pumped up, I don't know what will, really.
Yeah, you better check your pulse if it doesn't, man. Because I tell you right now, these guys are putting on a great show for these fans. And definitely, as we've seen, looks like the 28 of Calvin Allison, he's 2 laps down, but he's up here challenging these guys up at the front. That unfortunate happening earlier under caution, hitting that parked truck. Tough break for him, but he's definitely going to be on the march to get his laps back in this race.
Yeah, he is. And right now, you're right. The number 90 right there, Trey, all over the back end of Keith. He has ran him down, but he has got company coming with him. DJ and John right there, both are right behind him, and those 2 trucks know how to wheel it around also. So the newcomer here in the 90 machine says, hey, look, let me show you how it's done, guys.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely, as he might take a peek there to the 56. 56 closes the door on him. But coming out of turn 4, this battle starting to heat up as this top 5 trucks, or it looks like top 4 trucks with the lap truck of Calvin Allison is starting to close in on each other.
Yeah, he is. He looks like he's going to put that nose down on the inside, and it's what we talked about. You're coming into turn number 1 and turn number 3. You have to lift off a little bit, but you can glide it in. As he is all over the back end of that truck, it looks like he's going to try to maybe nose it in on 3. He's got the inside lane.
He does, but I tell you what, he's going to make it hard for him as he did earlier. The top is able where you can kind of keep that guy pinched down, but when you're on the bottom there, that truck gets really aero tight, and you've got to be able to keep it off that truck on the outside as we see him get close off of turn 2.
Yeah, it is. We talked about those guys get pushing right there as those tires get wore out. You've got to let off the throttle a lot more being the inside truck in the middle of the turn so you don't push up into the outside truck. The guy on the outside is able to get that run coming off. The guy on the inside is able to get the run going in. So it's kind of a balancing act between the two if you want to make the whole entire pass. But right now, the guys that are loving this is DJ and John right behind them.
Yeah, for sure, and right now it seems neither one of them are giving it. It looks like the 56 is going to lose a little bit of that ground down the backstretch as he, just as I say that Toyota Tundra power comes back. going into 3. They're side by side again, and Trey's got to he's been doing a great job of keeping it off the 56 as the 56 is pinning him coming off of 4.
Yeah, it is, and that's what you kind of got to do there, Dustin. You just said the right words. You got to kind of pin that inside guy to make him say, hey, look, because if the inside guy can just get just enough of letting that truck drift up enough to get enough bite to come off the turn, he can make that pass on the inside. But if the outside gentleman pinches you enough and keeps you down, you have to let off the throttle. And guess what? That's what we're seeing right now. It's side by side, and these guys are going to stay side by side, door to door. The problem is a lot of very patience there behind them by DJ and John, as we're seeing a heck of a duel. And right now, Keith, well, I was about to say Trey was going to back off and try again, but as I said that, nope. Ooh, that's close.
Yeah, definitely. These guys are battling hard, and just welcome. I see in the chat Todd Haynes, our sponsor here tonight, the SAIA Freight Summer Slam 150. Glad that those guys came on board tonight, putting on this great show. Definitely been one of our best races of the season so far. So they definitely chose the right one, and just glad they could come on board and be a part of this.
Well, right there you go, SAIA Southern Slam 150. We said it before. We hope it don't turn into a Southern Slam of a race, and it hasn't, as we're at lap number 71 of 100. And so far, these guys are putting on Can we have now? Jar my memory, Dustin. It's just been such an exciting season. I don't think Keith has won a race this season, has he?
No, this is actually Keith's first race in this series with us. He's been in the league before, and good to have him back. So the top 2 trucks, it's their first night back with us, and definitely put on a great show. Looks like we're going to have another first-time winner here tonight.
Well, I tell you what, if it keeps up like it is, but I tell you, that 54 machine and number 15 sits back there and goes, wait a minute, guys. We got other thoughts about y'all 2 newcomers coming back up in here, as we definitely know how to get it done. We've been here from the start, and but right now, that Keith out front in that number 56 is putting on a show. He held off the hard charge there of the 90, and the 90 said, I'm going to have to get back, cool my tires down just a little bit. Oh, caution on speed. Who we got, Dustin?
Not quite sure. Looks like the 87 got loose.
87? All right, let me look for him right here. Want to welcome all the viewers out there. And like you said, looks like you said Todd Haynes? Todd Haynes,
yep. He's a sales rep out at SAIA Freight, and he's
right.
Put on this show tonight. We just want to thank them for putting on this SAIA Summer Slam 150.
Absolutely appreciate that. I mean, and want to appreciate all the viewers too, and definitely appreciate you putting on this race tonight, as it has been a heck of a show here under the lights, Charlotte Motor Speedway, as we're watching the replay right here, riding along, and that would be Billy Furcher, is that right?
That's Billy Fisher.
Billy. Sometimes when I'm trying to read it on there, you might write Fisher, number 87. Trying to see what happened here to him as we're watching along. Oh, he bumps the outside wall, comes right down into the 88. Unfortunate. They just slide off into the infield.
Yeah, for sure. It looked like the 87 just out of turn 4 got into the outside wall, and unfortunate for the 88 of Jamie Christensen, just collected there on the front stretch. But gonna be a tough break for those. But hopefully these guys can get down pit road and get their trucks fixed and get back out there.
Well, I tell you what, nonetheless, out there now, look at old Todd. He's wanting that number 26 machine. Let's see what the number 26 is right now.
I tell you what, that's Dale Albright.
Dale Albright, okay.
Yep, he's definitely put this thing on tonight. He was there with Todd, and he got with Todd, and they decided that they would sponsor this race, and we couldn't be more happier for them to be putting this show on tonight. Right now we've got looks like the 26 is in. Trying to find him here. 26 right now is in the 11th spot after pit stops. Don't know if he stayed out or not. We'll have to get a look at that. But the battle off of pit road seemed to be won by the 90. He beat the 56 out, so them boys were pretty quick on their pit stop there tonight. we'll have to see as this thing cycles through who's gonna be your leader.
Absolutely, as we're getting a good shot right there of that number 26 machine. I see the SAIA Summer Slam. Why did I say Summer Slam? Southern Slam 150. It's so close to saying Summer Slam as the wrestling event. That's probably what I got on my mind as they got Royal Rumble going on tonight.
Yeah, I don't know much about the Royal Rumble, but I tell you what, these guys are definitely putting on a great show here tonight, and definitely we got a good chance to see another first-time winner here tonight. We've had 4 so far this season, and we got Trent Potter, Jordan Beck, Calvin Allison, and Jack Wallace been our first 4 winners, and this being race number 5's got a pretty good chance of being new winner number 5. So, as a league admin and owner, I can't ask for nothing better for the competition these guys have been putting on each and every week for sure.
Well, absolutely, and I tell you what, again, I can't thank you enough for letting me broadcast these awesome races that were at lap 76 and 100, and you're right, a new winner, but also, nonetheless, not only a new winner, Dustin, but could be a new person coming in, so meaning a returning driver from a long time ago, but nonetheless a new driver for the season could pull out the win tonight.
Yeah, for sure. We got, like I said, a couple new faces, a couple of guys that have been around us a little bit, took a little hiatus, and they're back to run with us tonight. So good to see the competition's been great all the way through this field. As lights are off on the pace car here as they go into turn 1. It's going to be that 90 and 56 going to battle again. We'll see if that 90 can get that jump on these boys again, and I'd look for the 54 to make this battle really interesting here come this green flag dropping.
Yes, it is. I'm going to ride along here with DJ Anderson in the 3rd spot here to get a view from the inside of the cockpit of that truck as he's going to take it off here in the green flag. As we're heading off into we're on the back stretch right now, going into turn number 3, going to send these, I like to say, monster trucks flying around this Charlotte Motor Speedway under the lights here tonight. And I tell you what, I want to welcome all the viewers. And it's been an exciting one here as we're going to be on lap 78 of 100. Folks, that means we've got 22 laps to go. And if it's been anything, it's going to be awesome. Pace car drops off the pit road, going to take the hard left turn. Going to send these awesome trucks flying down into turn number 1. Here we go, and I tell you what, look at that. The number 90 gets a heck of a jump. So does DJ Anderson. We're riding along with him as they head off side by side into turn number 1.
Yeah, for sure. 90 got a good start there, and 54 is going to battle 56 getting into 1. There's battles all the way through this field right now. As that 90 got another great start, we'll see if these guys can chase him down. Yeah,
it is, and that's how it is on every start here at Charlotte. These guys are going to battle it out. They are 2 by 2 stacked up behind them. We see William Long on the outside there trying to hold on to that machine. John right there on the inside of him in the 15. Donnie Leah trying to power back to the front. We also see the machine, I can't tell the number right there behind him, a blue truck. I think it's 83 if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that's Jack Walls in the 83 there.
Yeah, for sure. Jack won our Thursday Night Thunder race here, put on a pretty good show, led quite a few laps, and was able to bring it home in victory lane. So he's definitely looking to he's our closest runner to the front that could be our 2-time winner this season. As the battle's really heating up front as the 54 looks underneath the 90 going to the strike there.
All right, well, let's look. Oh, man, that's DJ Anderson just stepping on the inside here. Is he going to make that power move on the inside with the NOS Energy drink machine? Yes, he does. He pulls it to the front for the first time tonight. He came from 24th, but I tell you what, number 90 there, Trey says, not too fast, as he powers on the inside. They are door to door.
Yeah, for sure. As Trey gets that run off of turn 4 down the front stretch, it's going to take that spot back temporarily. I tell you what, like I said, it's hard to battle and keep these guys under bay on the top, but definitely as we have a caution on the speedway on the front stretch.
Man, I tell you what, I know DJ was probably a little frustrated there. As I'll wait till you tell me what truck you saw on the caution there, but I know he probably like, doggone, I wanted to lead that lap so bad, and he just got it took back away from him just as quick as he took it. We'll wait to see what truck it was involved in the wreck here.
Yeah, give me just a few there, bud.
All right. Do you know which number that might have been involved? We might be able to flip through the field here and find who it was. We'll see if we can for us. Good group of trucks here tonight.
Looks like the 55 and the 17 got together. We'll have to take a look and see exactly what happened.
Okay, well, number 55, let me look here and see if I can't find him real quick. Hopefully I'll be able to rewind it back far enough to show the viewers what happened out here also. That'd be Butch Fraser, so let's see if we can get it back far enough for the viewers. Ooh, yeah, he popped the wall real hard. Let's go back just one more time right here. It looks like he just slid coming off the turn. And just, man, that truck looks like it's just all messed up for some reason. Unfortunate night for him, though. But nonetheless, here tonight, under the lights, Charlotte Motor Speedway, here for the T-Rex Grills Truck Series, putting on the SAIA Southern Slam 150. And it has been an interesting. Now, we went about 49 laps without a caution. I knocked on wood. I didn't get our wish, though, of not a caution. But there's been a few here, nonetheless, at the end. And it's what we kind of thought it would be is guys now are like, time to turn the wick up a little bit. But the cautions we've seen have just really kind of been single truck cautions that have just caused some spins. And it looks like we said, the trucks are getting a little bit tight, pushing up on the track, hitting that wall. And unfortunately, when you hit that wall, it jumps out and bites you. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, definitely. Seen these same group of trucks up front all night, but I tell you that 7, Donnie Lee is lurking back there. It looks like in the 6th spot. Been kind of quiet since early on. Him and Calvin were battling earlier, but slowly and methodically worked his way back into that. Looks like top 6, and he's gonna be here to say, "Hey guys, this thing ain't over yet. I'm gonna get up here and redeem myself from last week." He definitely had a fast truck and dominant truck at that. He's definitely going to say he's going to show his muscle here late with 17 laps to go.
Oh, absolutely. And I tell you what, he's going to have, I don't want to say it, time is running out a little bit on him. And hopefully, like you said, time doesn't run out, because he's going to be like, man, again, 2 weeks in a row, I'm hard charging to the front, and then I just run out of time, as it's going to be lap 85 of 100. When we probably it should be about lap 85, 86 when we go back. Like you said, it's going to be about 14 to 15 laps to go when we get back under green. Now, these guys are going to turn the wick up. Now's the time. It's a go time. So all that patience we were talking about early on, the first 50 laps there, Dustin, you just throw that out the window. These guys are going to be like, it is go time now.
Yeah, coming with 15 laps to go here when we hit the green flag, it's definitely going to be an exciting battle here to close out this final 15 laps. So we'll have to see who's got their big boy pants on and who can pull them up and take this win away from whoever else is wanting to battle them.
Absolutely. I tell you what, they're stacked up 2 by 2 here, getting ready for the start here of the SAIA Southern Slam 150 under the lights, Charlotte Motor Speedway for the T-Rex Grills Truck Series. I'm Joe White up here in the booth, up in the FMTV2 booth up here, accompanied with Dustin Phillips, and I see Jamie Christensen is in here.
Yeah, Jamie, what's up, bud? Let's hear a little bit about what's happened with you tonight.
Oh, hey, how's it going, guys? Yeah, tough night for JCR. We got a couple cars, a couple trucks wrecked a little bit early. Kind of some racing deals out there, but overall, a lot of good racing out there. I'm sure it's been a heck of a broadcast here for you guys.
Well, absolutely.
Ready to go green here. Joe. Call us.
Alrighty, I tell you what, we're going to send these machines flying off down to turn number 1, Dustin, as the number 90 there gets another heck of a jump. The 56, though, right there of Keith gets a jump with him as DJ Anderson is rolling. They're going to go stacked up, like you said, nose to tail, 2x2 going into the turn. It is go time, folks. 14 laps left here tonight under the lights. Look at the number 81 machine of Nate all over the back bumper there, DJ.
Yeah, for sure. These guys are stacked up behind the 90 here, and they're definitely going to have to spread out here and try to regroup and make it to the end here, because right now they're definitely pushing it hard. So we'll see if with Donnie Leah looking to make the move underneath the 81 of Nate LaFleur at the moment.
Yes, he is. That's what I was about to say. I just saw that number 7, like you just said. He is coming to the front and coming in a hurry. We know that Donnie Leah definitely knows how to drive the wheels off of a truck, as long with everyone else here, as they are dueling in the back. They're dueling in the front as we got a pass for lead, and it looks like a wreck in the back.
We got a big jump back here. Looks like the 29 was involved.
I just saw it at the corner of my eye. We're going to rewind.
47.
All right, we're going to rewind back here real quick and see what happened. But I saw it in the corner of my eye. It looked like those guys stacked up 3 wide, 2 wide on the back stretch back there. And it was just a big, big, big pile up on the interstate. But again, that's product of almost 10 laps to go. Yeah, they were almost stacked up 3 wide. Oh, and it looks like the 82 got into the 29, and then from there, just a chain reaction. William Long was one of them involved. I tell you, unfortunate right there, set of circumstances, but that's just a product with it's go time. You know, and those guys definitely were putting on a show back there in the back and trying to jockey around for position, Dustin.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely 29. Those guys going 3 wide there. 82 decided to stick his nose there, and they just kind of racing for the same real estate. And
sorry about that, Dustin.
If 47 gets turned there, and he gets collected as the 29 comes across the 82's nose. Definitely looked like the 82 got in the back of the 29 was the cause of that one, but it's a tough break. Racing here late, everybody's battling for the same spot. It's got to be a little give and take, though. So, unfortunate for the 29, the 82, 47, 22, a couple more involved there.
Well, I tell you what, nonetheless, there. Sorry about that. I moved you out. Meant to jump Jamie back up there at the top and actually threw you out the booth. But anyways, hey, appreciate Jamie jumping down here talking with us, telling how his night was going. Not too bad on his end, but it's a heck of a battle going on up front here. I see we got out in the chat. So we got Andrew Walls. I'm going to say that he's kin to Jack Walls. As I think Dustin is talking to some of the drivers right now.
Yeah, just getting guys a little straight on what happened there. Everybody's cool as we get ready. Looks like probably going to have about 10, maybe 9 laps to go when we go back green here. Definitely going to see if Trey gets another good start. The longer he's able to stay out front and these cautions get closer and closer to the end, he's definitely got that chance to hold off those guys back behind him, especially when they get battling after that restart.
Yes, they do. And I tell you what, Dustin, it has been a heck of a... I got a gentleman out here in the chat, Andrew Walls. Is that I know he's got to be kin somehow to Jack Walls. He's out here cheering on Jack Walls. So is that nephew, son, or something like that? Do you know?
Not really sure, but definitely part of that Walls group over there. And, just as many of our fans out there tonight probably cheering on that 83 of Jack Walls. He's definitely one of the big sportsmen here in the league and does a great job. And, he's right now, where's he running? In the 12th spot.
Yep.
So a little ways to go, but definitely still got a chance here to pull one out if we have some trouble here late.
Well, I tell you what, right now with the lights going off the pace car, we're probably gonna have like 9 laps to go here, Dustin. Probably 8 laps by the time they cross it. But nonetheless, I know all these gentlemen would love to run this thing out in the green, but if you're the 90 or the 56, you'd love to get out front, set sail, and then see a caution with about 3 laps to go, 4 laps, and you know you've sealed the deal. But nonetheless, you would definitely you want to set sail and try to get away from this pack as quick as you can. But what we've seen, though, so far is that's hard to do. And Andrew just said he's the son.
Well, that's awesome, Andrew. Welcome. Your dad is definitely a class act, and we're glad to have him here, and it's good to have you here and chat with us and watching. And I know all the Walls family back home is cheering the 83 on just as much as we do each and every week as well.
Well, absolutely. He did a fantastic job there at Daytona, pulling off the win there for the memorial for his dad, Harry J. Walls, as we're getting set to send these monster truck machines flying around here. We're going to have about 8 to 9 laps to go here tonight under the lights. Pace cars getting ready to drop off in the pit lane here. The number 90 of Trey is going to send them flying. As you see DJ right there trying to get a jump, but he didn't. Look at the 56, though, fall down on the inside, because he knows if he gets on that outside lane door to door with DJ, it could be over with on him trying to chase down the leader, because the 90 has set sail.
Yeah, for sure, he's definitely set sail. As the battle back behind them is going to look like for a second there, the 81 and the 15. That's the father and son combo of John Fershing Jr. and Nate LaFleur. As Nate's tucked up on the back of that 54 as they come off of turn 4. Definitely the 90's loving what he sees, for sure.
Yes, it is right now. DJ's got his hands full with Nate right there all over the back end. And you got John Fersham Jr. right there also on the outside. The number 15, he's trying to hold his own, trying to power that machine up there. He's currently in 5th. But, hey, don't count out that man and the number 7 right there lurking around in the boss machine. He says, hey, they don't call me the boss for nothing, Donnie Leah, as he's definitely got time as long as there's no caution to run these guys down.
Yeah, for sure. He's 90 setting sail, and I tell you, the 56 is gaining on him little by little. He's definitely coming. So, these guys have been a couple of cautions here without taking any tires. So these heat cycles on these tires could have a big effect on how these trucks handle here late.
Yes, it is. And the 81 there, Nate, clear, John. But right now, John's got his hands full on the inside there of Donnie, as Donnie's looking like he's wanting to try to take over the 4th spot, as he has to pull back behind John just a little bit as the 15. As you're right, up front, the 56 is running down that 90. Does he have enough time with 5 laps to go?
It's going to be close. I tell you what, he's definitely putting a good effort at it right now, as these two up front. Clean air is a big thing here, and I tell you what, the 54, 81, and 15 are in a battle of their own at the moment, and it's definitely the 56 and 90 are able to keep their distance between them.
Yes, it is. We're riding along right here with DJ Anderson, as he has got a whole nose full of the 81 and Nate all over his back deck bumper. As we see, he's got John first.
Flag on the speedway.
Oh, and that's probably going to end it.
Race.
Holy cow. And I tell you what, we got a first one tonight. First winner for the season, and also a first one here for that man out front. Who was the cause of the caution? Do you know? You got a number out there?
We'll get one in just a minute.
But I tell you what, congratulations to Trey. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. Sounds like the 28 called that one.
Ooh.
Don't know what for, but we'll go back and take a look at it.
Yeah, we'll go back and look at that. But that's Calvin Allison, man. A rough night for that young man, that number 28 machine. But let's go back, see if we can't catch what happened to him. But none other than that, congratulations to the number 90 of Trey. He shot out on that last caution. He did what we said he had to do. Get out front, set sail, get away from the pack, and he did it. It was harder to do on some of the other restarts, but he did that on that restart. As we're watching this, what brought out the caution, it looks like the 28's trying to power back. He was currently in 19th spot. Looks like he went to go past the 99, and Jack Walls, unfortunately, was there and was involved in it. Oh, man, unfortunate for Jack Walls.
Yeah, for sure. That's one of those racing deals, racing for position there. He's on the back deck lid of the 99 of Corey Wharton, and, he called it out, but, that's tough racing there, and, this happens to kind of gets sucked up into that dirty air of the 83, and it sucks him around, and a couple of trucks just get involved, and it's tough break there, but that's hard racing.
Well, I'll tell you what, nonetheless, it was hard racing. Unfortunate night for Calvin right there, but that man out front, the number 90 machine, drove the wheels off of it, started 11th, and is going to bring it home in victory lane tonight. Led 30 laps. He's going to lead, 2 more laps now, but he did what he had to do on that restart, Dustin. Get out front and get away from the battling side by side. Now, the 56, and my hat's off to him right there of Keith. He did what he had to do on the restart. Get away from DJ and try to at least run down the 90. He just ran out of time.
Yeah, those guys did a great job. The 56 and 54 needed just a little bit more time, but they were definitely coming for him.
Well, I tell you right now, your top 10, or top 5 right there. You're looking the winner tonight, and the number 90 machine, Trey. He is going to bring it home. And the number 2 spot in the 56, you got Keith, and they got DJ Anderson in the number 3rd spot. Nate LaFour right there in 4th, and John Furshin Jr. in rounding out the top 5. I tell you, he did a bounce back nonetheless, getting back up there. And Donnie Leah is going to be in 6th spot. Steve Page in 7th. Chris Stump in 8th. And can't read who was that. Nelson Riviera in 9th. Mike Abbott bouncing back to get in the top 10. So definitely a lot of the veterans here at the T-Rex Grills in the top 10. But most notably, though, the 2 new guys, 1 and 2.
Yeah, for sure. They came and said, "Hey guys, we're here, and we're definitely going to make a name for ourselves first night out." And coming in, we knew Trey and Keith both had the talent to come and compete in this series, and that's why we allowed them late in the season to join us. But I tell you what, they put on a show, and they're definitely worthy of a spot here in the T-Rex Grills Truck Series, and definitely put on a great show for sure, Joe.
Well, Dustin, sorry about that, but I got this is probably a first for me. But we have got the wife of Trey out here in the chat. She said, "That's my husband. Great job to him and all the guys. Great race." So that is awesome.
Yeah, we love to see that, and it's definitely great to, wives couldn't be more happier seeing their husband bring a win home like that tonight, especially with a stout field like this. And he's definitely proven he's worthy of a spot here, and definitely, like I said, our 5th different winner this season in 5 races. So hats off, to even make it in the top 10 here in this series is pretty good. But to be able to come out first race and pick up your first win, it doesn't get much better than that.
No, it don't. I'll tell you what, and again, want to appreciate all the viewers for sticking around for this. It was an exciting race, Dustin. It started out very, very long green flag, and like you said, at the end of it, it got hot and heavy here under the lights at Charlotte Motor Speedway here for the SAIA Southern Slam 150, and all the viewers out there have been chatting up a cool breeze, and it's definitely a pleasure to see them here and a pleasure to call this up here. We're going to get a chat with the top 3 here, as tonight has been nonetheless, as this man is taking the checkered flag tonight. The number 90 machine, or Trey, I hope I'm saying his last name, is it Hovler?
I think it's Hoovler.
Hoovler, okay.
But we'll ask him to make sure we pronounce it right.
There you go. Absolutely. That's the best way. As he is going now. Congratulations. He has pulled it off in the number 90 machine. Definitely held off the hard charger. The number 56 there. Keith. How's that? Keith. I can't see his last name. Keith Harvey?
Keith Haney.
Keith Haney, okay. Yeah, my writing, I'm sorry about that. It's a little low on the chart here. I need to move my monitor closer. But either way, Keith drove the wheels off on that 56, and so did DJ Anderson. Well, heck, all the drivers. I mean, I just can't take anything away from any of them. I mean, I know this young man here in the 90 machine is ecstatic for the win, but I can't take anything away from any of the drivers here in the T-Rex. Dustin, you've done a fine job of putting on a league here that has brought some extremely competitive and exciting racing.
Yeah, for sure, man. And I can only take but so much credit. It's up to the drivers to put on this show each and every week. And tell you what, each and every week we're seeing more and more exciting racing. And the guys did a great job here tonight overall. We had a extensive drivers meeting and told them kind of what we expected, and those guys definitely didn't disappoint tonight and did a great job. And definitely there was a lot more give and take. And I tell you what, it was fun to watch and fun to call for sure. We'll go up and get a word with our third place finisher, DJ Anderson.
Yes, sir, we will. Let's talk to him.
DJ Anderson, Dustin Phillips, Joe White in the booth, bud. Top three here tonight. Good truck all night. I know you hate to see that late race caution because you were definitely had a fast truck and were coming. If you had anything for Keith and them boys, tell us about your race.
I think I put myself in a hole at the beginning, starting 24th, and kind of messed up my qualifying lap there. But I was kind of hoping to go green at the end because I was catching the leaders there on that first green flag run, and for once in the race, I was actually good on the long run, so I was hoping it would go green for a while. But just make it through, get a top three is pretty good.
Yeah, definitely, man. And like I said, you've been fast all year, and definitely get up here in the top three has kind of been long overdue, in my opinion. And it's good that you were able to pull it out and finish up here in the top three, and definitely good points night for you.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get Need for Speed Motorsports and victory lane here in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, no doubt, guys. You guys have been fast all week and or fast all year, and we definitely look forward to seeing what you can do the rest of the season.
Appreciate it, guys.
Well, Dustin, I tell you could probably tell a little bit of the disappointment in his voice, but nonetheless, he bringing it home in third spot. I mean, he had a fast truck all night long, and I know it's frustrating to be so close and can't seal the deal, but nonetheless, he can hang his hat on that he definitely has a competitive truck week in and week out that can get the job done if he keeps it up. The big picture is the championship, as we're going to bring up the second place driver tonight, Keith Haney.
Yes, we are. Keith Haney, Dustin Phillips, Joe White in the booth. I'm going to let Joe take this one. Go ahead with it, Joe.
All right, well, Keith, I tell you what, drove the wheels off that machine tonight. You battled door to door with the 90 machine. You held off DJ and back there in his 54 machine to bring it home in second spot tonight under the lights at Charlotte Motor Speedway. How you feeling?
Man, I feel good because I'm telling you it wasn't easy.
Now, well, your crew down there is definitely excited for you tonight. How was that truck feeling when you was running up front?
It felt a lot better running up front than it did in traffic. I noticed that driving back there in traffic in the very beginning, I felt like I just was not even in those guys' league. But once I got a little bit of clean air and got out up front, I noticed it was a little easier to keep your track position. So, man, when I got in first, I fought for it, but I lost it coming out of the pits, and that really just gave my race away.
Oh, man, I tell you what, well, it sounds like you got your fan club back there in the background with you. They're happy and excited nonetheless for a heck of a good start here, bringing it back to the T-Rex Grills Truck Series. You got anybody out there you want to thank?
Hey, I want to thank you guys for putting on a heck of a show. Dustin for painting us up these awesome trucks, and my dad, James Haney, and my cousin Daniel Haney for coming out and racing with us also. They had a pretty good run, and I look forward to our next race.
All righty. Well, I tell you what, my hat's off to you tonight, Keith. Congratulations on bringing home in second spot, and hope to see some more out of you this season here at the T-Rex Grills Truck Series.
Yes, sir, Mr. Joe. Thank you, and thank you, Dustin.
All
yeah,
right.
Keith, just want to get a quick word with you.
Oh, go ahead.
Next week is we're off, so the following week we'll be down in Las Vegas. And the dice will be rolling. So how do you feel about your chances there in a couple of weeks when we get back to racing at Las Vegas?
I like Las Vegas better than I do Charlotte.
That's good to hear because you put a heck of a show on tonight, you and Trey both. So appreciate you, and we'll let you get back there to your team and y'all debrief on how tonight went.
Yes, sir. Thank you. See you in 2 weeks.
Well, Joe, that was our man. Keith Haney, and I tell you, he did an excellent job tonight battling the 90 of Trey Hoovler. I guess I'm saying that right, Trey?
Yes, sir. You got it right.
Trey Hoovler. Okay, cool.
Well, great job, man. Like I said, we knew coming in that you had the talent to be here competing with us and definitely deserved the spot. But I tell you what, it's got to be really, really awesome to be here first night, first race with us, and putting on a great show as we had tonight. Big field, and being able to be the guy that comes out on top is our 5th different winner on the season. I know your wife was excited. She was in the chat earlier telling us about how excited she was, and that was her husband. And great job by you and all the guys, and it was a great race. So tell us a little bit about how you felt tonight.
Yeah, thanks, man. I mean, like y'all said, coming in, my first race with you guys, I had watched some of y'all's races before. Tommy Haynes and I are friends, and he'd been telling me about y'all, and been trying to get in, and finally got in. So I wanted to come out here and have a good finish. I wasn't really expecting to win, truth be told, but it was a lot of fun racing. Me and the 28 had a good battle. The 7, the 56, the 54. Had a lot of fast guys that were playing their cards right. You mentioned my wife. I want to thank her. I already race 5 nights a week with another league, and coming in here racing on Sunday. This is my 6th day a week that I'm racing, and I work full time and go to school full time too. So I don't have a lot of time. So thank her for putting up with me being in here. But it was a great race, man.
Joe, you got anything for a winner?
Well, I tell you what, your crew's out there, man, they're out celebrating, they're out throwing around the champagne and everything else because you pulled it off tonight in great, awesome fashion. Definitely battling out with that 56 machine, door to door around this track, under the lights, and kept it up front. And I'm going to tell you, you did what you had to do on that last restart. Me and Dustin talked about it. You jumped out front, set sail, got away from the pack, and held on. You know, my hat's off to you tonight.
Thank you. Yeah, being the leader on those last few restarts was pretty crucial. The jump that you get going into turn 1, if you play your cards right, you're going to have 3 or 4 tenths on them. And this being a fixed setup and everything, having that with everybody running pretty much the same speed on the short run is pretty important. So that was, like I said, really important. On the long run, first run we had was really good, at 48, 50 laps or so. That was probably my favorite part of the race, just coming through the field like that. And saving tires was really hard because, you know, you're going to get past at first and eventually everybody will come back to you. And that was my favorite part of the race.
Oh, absolutely. Congratulations tonight, Trey, for bringing it home here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Just like Dustin said, it was a heck of a run here tonight for the SAIA Southern Slam 150.
Thank you, sir. A lot of fun. Thank you, guys.
Well, Dustin,
Well, Joe,
tell you. Oh, go ahead.
Before we end, bud, I want to drag down a very important guy for tonight.
Sure.
Dale Albright set up our sponsor with SAIA.
Absolutely.
And just bring him down and talk to him. He drove the SAIA Southern Slam 150 Toyota Tundra tonight for Hyper Motorsports, and we'll get a quick word with him and tell us a little bit more about SAIA and what they do.
Sure, absolutely.
Dale Albright, Dustin Phillips, Joe White in the booth, but you know, this is the SAIA Summer Slam 150, and you know, if it wasn't for you and Todd Haynes, you know, putting this on for us and sponsoring this race, you know, it was definitely, I think it's one of the most exciting ones we've had all year. And just tell us a little bit about how your night went and a little bit about SAIA.
Well, I definitely appreciate SAIA coming on board. Todd Haynes is a great guy, and SAIA is an LTL carrier. They're going nationwide here pretty soon, first quarter of next year, and they haul a lot of our freight in this great nation of ours, and they do an excellent job. As far as the race goes, it was I never could get the position I needed, and I had to work my way up through the field several times, and you know, ended up with a 12th place finish for the SAIA truck tonight. Not too bad, but definitely wanted more.
Yeah, you're definitely right. I was just taking a look through the rundown, considering a pretty good points tonight. I had a couple other guys have some trouble tonight. You know, some of these your hyper teammates are able to gain a few points and get back up into those crucial 12 top spots for the chase here at the end of the season. So definitely important. It was kind of like a log jam there for a little bit. So we'll see how these points finish out here for this week, and we'll take a week off here and you know, move on to Las Vegas 2 weeks from now. So appreciate what you do for the league, your one of my admins, and just can't thank you enough for your insight on things, trying to keep me cool, and just overall everything you do, man. We just appreciate everything you're doing.
Well, I appreciate everything you guys are doing, and I know the Hyper Motorsports boys will get busy in the shop since they've got 2 weeks, and we'll come out here in Las Vegas and try to put on a show.
That sounds good to me, Joe. I tell you what, we'll let Dale get back to his Hyper Motorsports team, and we'll talk. Joe, let's talk real quick before we end this thing tonight about an exciting race we got coming up next week.
Absolutely. The FMTV Daytona 500, February the 5th at noon. It's I say noon. It's either noon or 1 o'clock. It's Eastern time, either one. It's right before. It's going to be done before the Super Bowl either way, so everybody can watch that. But going to be a phenomenal event. Cup cars put on by FMTV in association with Bucky Burke, the TRRL Bucky Burke Show Challenge. A Bucky Burke and company over there has put this together. He's got lined up some great drivers. I've actually done some broadcast of the practices that have been done, and he's getting in contact with a lot. And obviously I was going to talk also with Donnie Leah to see if he might be interested, maybe talk with some of the other drivers here who might be interested in bringing in there. But it's going to be a heck of a field there at Daytona. It's going to be a full Daytona 500, 200 laps, Dustin. And me and you are going to be up in the booth calling all that action for FMTV2 live here on YouTube.
Yeah, it's going to be a really exciting thing. I tell you, those guys over there, they're going to put together a great group, and I'm really looking forward to calling it with you. We said earlier, spoke a little bit about it. We're definitely going to have to eat our Wheaties just as much as those drivers do to be calling all the action that's going to be all over that track for that exciting race. So, I can't thank, Bucky and everybody over there that's doing what they're doing, and everybody at Fusion Motorsports TV for letting me tag along and hang out with you guys for a couple hours or so on Sunday, and kind of a tune-up for the Super Bowl. And going to be exciting, and definitely looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. It'll be definitely to get you wound up before the Super Bowl, and then kind of get you excited for the Super Bowl that evening and whatnot. But because not only that, another week or so, it's the Super Bowl of racing, the actual real Daytona 500. So not only we have the virtual one here that we're going to put on for FMTV, the FMTV Daytona 500 next week, February 5th. And in the coming week or so or two, you have the real Daytona 500. So definitely just kind of to set you up and get the tone going. It's just going to be awesome.
Yeah, no doubt, Joe. And like I said, as we get ready to close out tonight, another great event. These drivers, each and every one of them, whether they had the finish they wanted or didn't, definitely put on a great show. And looking forward to getting back on the track 2 weeks from now at Las Vegas. And definitely excited to see what these guys are able to do at another very fast track. So other than that, Joe, I'll let you take it away.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dustin, tonight under the lights, Charlotte Motor Speedway for the SAIA Southern Slam 150, the T-Rex Grill Truck Series, did not disappoint again here. We had 30-some trucks in the field. My hat's off to the number 90 there of Trey, who brought it home. He powered that machine to the front on an awesome restart. Unfortunately, it did end on a caution, but hey, nonetheless, he brought it home tonight. So, for me and Dustin up here in the booth, we wish everyone tune in. Like I say, next week, me and Dustin will be here again in the booth with the Daytona 500 running for the FMTV Daytona 500. Until then, everyone have a good night.